Okay, it's now day 7 of my Thrift Shop Lager sitting at room temperature after the first day of cooler temperatures. And it's still fermenting at about 22 Celsius. So the sniff test and taste test out of the fermenter, everything tastes really good. So I'm pretty pleased how this is going to turn out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll it down to my storage facility and have it stored at the cooler temperatures for another week or so. As you can tell from the Croissant collar, everything is pretty much fermented out, and it's starting to drop down into all the sediment is dropping down to the bottom, really clearing out pretty good. So that's what we're going to do now, and then shortly after that, well, I'll take out the collar because I don't need it anymore, and then shortly after that I'm going to do a brief summary of my next brew, which is going to be called the Green Day Irish Stout. You know, it's March, and it won't be ready for St. Patrick's Day, but it's inspiring me to make an Irish Stout. So that's the plan. We'll get back to you shortly. Bye. So I just took the Croissant collar off and rinsed it out, and that's what we got. Look, just a little Croissant on there. And now everything is snugly tightened or tucked away into this nice cool storage closet. I'll leave it here for another week or so. Give it a little check after that. And either keg or bottle, we'll see when the time comes. Now on to flash brew number 2, the Green Day Irish Stout. Okay, so here's where I'm going to talk about today's brew and what I'm going to be making. I'm not sure you can see it on my board here, but the beer I'm making is the Green Day Irish Stout. So called because St. Patrick's Day is coming up, March 17th. Today is March 12th. Might be called St. Patrick's Weekend because it comes on a Sunday. So anyway, the ingredients, I'm not sure how well you can see this, is 1 can of Coopers Irish Stout beer kit, 1.5 kg can of Coopers liquid malt extract, unhopped light, 11 ounces of crushed roasted barley, 1 ounce of U.S. Goldings hops, and 1 sachet of 11.5 grams Safale SO4 yeast. So, and how am I going to make this beer? Well, very simple. It's a flash brewing technique, but I'm going to be steeping the roasted barley for 30 minutes. So what you do is you add the grains to a muslin bag, tie off the muslin bag, add to 2 liters of boiled water and steep for 30 minutes. Then you remove the grains and strain. If you have a strainer on top of it, then you can pour a colander or something like mesh strainer. You can take the muslin bag, pour it in it, and then pour it, if possible, run 150 degree Fahrenheit water through the grain bag to get more flavor. If not, then so be it. Just toss the grain bag away. Then you bring that liquid to a boil, add the U.S. Golding hops to a muslin bag, tie that off, and then throw that into the liquid and boil for an additional 5 minutes. At that point, while it's boiling, I guess, you can add the contents of the malt extract cans to the fermenter and dissolve. Then after the 5 minutes, you dissolve that hot liquid into the 2 liters of boiled liquid. That with the malt extract from the, you take the 2 liters of boiled liquid from steeping grains and hops and add it to the malt extracts that are in the fermenter. Stir and make sure they're adequately dissolved. and blended. And then add cold water to top up to about the 20-liter mark. Again, stir, making sure everything is adequately blended. And then at that point, you can, if the temperature is around 21°C, make sure it's as close as possible, you can add the dry yeast. So we'll go to putting that brew together now, and let me know if you have any questions. So cheers. Well, right here, I have my steeping liquid. I had brought this liquid up to a boil, and now I added the 11 ounces of roasted barley. So as we can see here, I'm moving, and here's my cart with my various accessories, including the hop muslin bag, my sanitizer is over to the right, some cloth work. In the fermenter, we have the malt extract ready for the hot liquid to blend in the additional flavorings. And right here, I've got my hop bag going into the fermenter. So it's going to go for 5 minutes. And after the liquid has been all added and stirred up, we then get ready to add the yeast. And so I got this stout now at room temperature. It's a little warm in here, but I know the yeast is going. It's within 5 hours of my putting the beer together, and I can already see the activity going on in there. So pretty excited about that fact that it's going safe and sound. So that Safel yeast is working real nicely. I think what I might do though is keep it at this temperature, try and bring it down again as close to 21 degrees Celsius or 20 Celsius as possible. And